What's good, y'all? Just watched When Evil Lurks. Gonna be coming on here and talking about it. You saw the title before I get into the video. Just want to say that there is gonna be some light spoilers in this, so if you haven't watched When Evil Lurks, I highly recommend you go into it like I did and just go in completely blind because I'm so excited to talk about this movie. Before we get into it, we are going to be smoking, so we're going to be taking this dab. I hope you're smoking along with me, staying high with me, staying hydrated with me, and if you are, now's your chance, you know what I'm saying? We're actually smoking on my homie's Infinity wax that he made right now. Just mixing a whole bunch of strains together to make one crazy strain of wax. So that's what we're smoking on right now. Like I said, if you're smoking along with me, now's your chance. Let's fire it up and let's talk about When Evil Lurks. So When Evil Lurks is actually an indie film that dropped, an indie horror that dropped last year. I think it was on Shudder, low-key, for most of the year, but now it's on Amazon Prime. I didn't get a chance to watch it last year because I canceled my Shudder subscription. One of the worst decisions I've ever made. But now, like I said, it's on Amazon Prime, so if you haven't gotten the chance to see it like I did, I highly recommend you go check it out. I went just completely blind. I only saw the trailer one time before it came out like last year, and I didn't remember anything from it. All I knew is that possession was involved. That's all that I knew about this movie, and I highly recommend that if you haven't seen it, you go into it equally as blind. I was immediately locked in. Immediately locked in. The direction is beautiful. It gets you right away. It just gets you locked in. Obviously, this movie takes place in Argentina, if you don't know yet. And the only thing I really wanna spoil right away, because like I said, I might get into some spoiler territory in the middle to the end of the video, but I really just want to say that immediately this movie gets you locked in. Immediately I was locked in. There's some great body horror at the beginning of the film. I was just talking with my girlfriend about how much like trans women specifically love body horror, and they got me with this one, I can't lie. But it did lead me to this other thing that I was discussing with my girlfriend, which is fat phobia in horror. Obviously, I don't think that's what was happening here, but I know that there is something to be said for fat phobia in horror and in shit like that, where like a lot of times they don't got to rely on that. They don't got to rely on that. And like I said, I don't think that's the case in this movie, but I do think it's a greater subject that does need to be brought up, and I just wanted to bring it up. This movie does cement my hatred for authority, though. There is some shit in this movie that involves the cops. I swear to God, cops never listen. Cops never fucking listen, bro, and that is always gonna, and that's real shit. That's real life. Think about how many unsolved mysteries there are and unsolved murders there are that are going on right now just because the cops didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And that shit is so fucking irritating to me and definitely cements my issue with authority. I can't lie to you. Without getting into some crazy spoilers right away, I just want to say, bro, Ruiz is retarded. And low-key, so are a lot of the characters in this movie. One of the huge things that I had in this movie, L-coms for everyone involved. Low-key, everyone makes stupid-ass decisions, and that's real life. That's real life. I understand that. And very rarely does my jaw hit the ground when I'm watching a movie. I do feel like, to a degree, I am easily impressed, and I am easily wowed. But I'm also kind of desensitized. So when it comes to like violence, right, and shock value, which I'll get into later, a lot of times my jaw doesn't hit the ground. A lot of the times, low key, I don't even care. This movie is crazy. And right away, this movie lets you know. Everyone is expendable. No one is safe in this fucking movie. Right away, some shit happens to a couple characters that in normal movies would have some plot armor. Not here, boy. Not here, boy. And that's what I feel like shock value in a lot of movies, right? Look, man, I'm going to make a whole entire video about shock value in horror and in movies because I feel like that's a whole discussion in itself. But I feel like in movies like this, it's not just for shock value. It's not just to talk about it, because let's be realistic. Yes, a lot of people when they talk about this movie are immediately going to talk about a couple scenes, right? Same with Saltburn. But I don't think those scenes are necessarily in there for shock value. I think they add to the movie. I think they add to the film. I think they add to the whole aspect of what's going on in the film. And I think you can definitely tell when something's just sprinkled in there just to get people to, you know what I'm saying? But like in Hereditary, for example, when her head gets taken off and you see her head on the side of the road, you need to see that. The director in this film lingers on crazy shit. He lingers on the craziest, most violent shit that happens in the movie. And I think that's because you need to have it like ingrained into your brain. Like, this movie genuinely affected me. It made me believe that evil was real. It made me think, damn, this shit gotta happen for real. Like, this shit has gotta be real. It was a whole different take on possession, a whole different take on demons and shit like that. I highly recommend you watch it just for that aspect. If you want to see something new, thank God for indie horror, man. And I know that sounds crazy, right? Especially as an A24 kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds crazy saying, like, thank God for indie horror. But genuinely, I feel like the Meat Canyon effect is here. If you watch Meat Canyon, you know that one of the biggest things he says is that people want something new. They want something better. They want something like When Evil Lurks. They don't want The Conjuring. They don't want that shit. They want something like A Night with the Devil that's coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? They want something indie. They want something new. That's why Skinamarink was huge, even though literally nothing happens in that movie. We just want something new. And this movie tackles a lot of things that I feel like are new. For example, possession in autism. There is, like I said, some light spoilers. Okay, we're gonna get into spoilers here, but there's this character that gets possessed, and this character has autism, and this demonologist is like, I've seen this in people with autism. The demon is trapped because it's easy, like it was easy to get into the mind, but now he can't figure the brain out. Like he doesn't know. Like the demon can't figure out the brain of an autistic person, and that was so lit to me. That was so lit to me. Like, that shit really got me. Like, like I said, it really like helps you like kind of ground you back to like, damn, like this shit could really happen type shit. It really makes you feel like that. And that's one of the reasons why I think this movie stuck with me so crazy. And that, and the fact that like, oh my God, bro. Literally, niggas make such dumbass decisions in this movie. It's crazy. It's crazy. It literally blows my mind. It blows my mind how like profession, and we see this in a lot of horror, but like in real life too, like demonologists and like professionals in this field will like say like, yo, don't do that, and like people will just be like, fuck it, and just send it and do whatever, and they'll just completely ignore the advice of this person that, I don't know, might know about demons. Maybe, I don't know, do you know about demons? I don't fucking know about demons. So if someone who does know about demons is like, don't do that, I'm not doing that. I don't give a fuck if I've known them for 30 seconds. If they say go there, I'm going there. If they say the demon's not there, the demon's right there, I say the demon's right there, and I'm not there. You feel me? It's crazy. But at the same time, I can also see how someone could be like manipulated into thinking that like, low-key, I can't. I just think you're dumb. I just think you're dumb. Listen to a demonologist. Listen to a demonologist, bro. But look. Long story short, I thought this movie was fan-fucking-tastic. I thought it was amazing. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I want to get into, but I'm going to get into it in my shock value video that's going to be coming out in a few days. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss that when it comes out. But as far as this movie, I fucking loved it. 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5, bro. Low key, I could see it being a 5 out of 5 on a rewatch, and that rewatch is coming. I want to watch this with my girlfriend so bad, bro. This movie is crazy. This movie is crazy, and it felt so good to see something new, see something fresh. Thank God for this director, Damien Solomon. I hope I'm saying his name right. So good, so good. Can't wait to see him in other movies. Can't wait to see him in other films. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got to say about this movie. It was crazy, and I loved it, and you should watch it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I hope you're staying high with me, staying hydrated with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you guys. Watch Evil Lurks. Watch When Evil Lurks. Yeah. See you guys in the next one. Peace.